Zdravím tě, jsem tady z Luka Chat.
Já, kdy to je odběr.
Co mám vzít za kolik?
Já jsem šel do červeného.
Nebyl víc?
No.
We
To změnil zem, takové pěkný. Prej.
I'm not
Jsem
an
viděl už.
expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Come on, Slytherin. You come here with preferences and certain expectations. Can't wait to explore.
Looking forward to exploring Hogwarts.
Nevím, jestli možná dám to Mrzimor, kámo, jsem přemýšlel.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well.
Mrzáček. Dík. No, mám. Jinak vidíš, ne? Jak se jmenuje moje postava, až tam bude vidět. A pak jako kdo vypadá. Co mám dát, kámo? Hustle, respect, loyalty? Čekaj, uvidíme, co na to chat. Co myslíte, čete? Musí dát daring, no, curiosity, nebo hustle, respect, ambition? Hej, ty jsi to určitě, vole, vygooglil, ne? Ať mě teda, vole, no okej, ambition.
Is it ambition? I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
No way. Chci tohle?
Jo.
Zmioza? OK, no. Tak budu volepšivák. Ty mudlovská šmejtko.
You belong in Slytherin!
Woo! nejšťastnější den mého života. A jo, kámo, vlastně. Zabij mě, kámo. It's not the Jedi way, kámo.
Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Si dělá prdel?
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Dělej. Kámo, profesor Black je svině, vole, si zabanoval. Kámo.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
Weasley.
I shall see to it, sir. As I was
Fanfrpál, kámo.
I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Můžeš hrát tí, kde fanfrpál? Nebo tam jenom lítat
Já
na
jsem na
košti?
začátku hrál nějakou jinou hru.
It is my
Tam nějaký,
distinct honor to show you to your common room.
nějaký kolíčky, že dávají.
Jo? Kámo.
A to jsem udělal hodinu.
Já se jdu dát máslovýho ležáka, to aby mi slehlo.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Very well. Aspiration.
May the force be with you, Luke Skywalker.
Byla to v češtině citronová zmrzlina, jak se dostal k Pumpálovi.
Jo, ne, to říkala paní McGonagallová. Ale to bylo něco jiného.
Big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at
Aspiration
Hogwarts.
znamená snaha, úsilí, touha. Co jako, viď? Hogwarts. Řekla jsi to, nepotřebuješ? Ne, asi. Hej, dík bábo, to byla jediná informace, kterou jsem potřeboval. Goodbye. Kámo, to je prostě film? Teďka už třeba půl hodiny jsem nehrál, že jak jsou jenom cutscény.
Let's head to the common room.
OK. Revelio. Mám nějaký spolubydlící. Kámo,
Asi můžeme jít na kouzlu.
prostě bradavický intro, kámo, to je cool. Ukradně něco, kámo. Já sotva vím, vole, jak se to ukládá. Teda ovládá. Ne, kámo. Vím akorát Lumos a
I suppose
Revelio.
productions are in order.
Čau, vole. Čauši. Vyzvěnal nějakého malého Počkej, jak se to přečtu? To nejde asi, co? No, můžeš nějak číst chat?
Já jsem...
Já dej mu lekci. Vysílání. Chat.
Nastavím si to. Zobrazit chat.
No to mám, jo, ale to je tam jenom... Takže vole, to musím mít otevřený na mobilu stejně. Co, když lidi nemají peníze, kámo, na mobil, ale na PS5 jenom. Tradině něco. No se to neukazuje, to není nějaká cenzura.
Na PS4. Tam můžeme prostě
Nice. Ale včera kouknu do nastavení, jo. Abyste se nelekli. Snímky, ne, jenom slyší zvuk. Vysílání, kvalita videa. Kámo. Jsi blázen.
Co to tam máš za kvalitu? Já tam mám...
Překrytí.
Já tam...
Chat na řeč, vole. Jo.
Tam mám taky. Ale nejde.
Schválně.
Co zapnu?
Denis, napiš něco do chatu. Třeba jak se máš nebo něco.
Co se zapnu?
Jo, anebo jaký máš zatím prázdniny? No. Excuse me. I am young Skywalker. Všechny mi vole, típle. Ty nervíčku, vole.
No. Can I help you? Oh, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow.
Sebastian, co-host.
Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed.
Impressive.
And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Excuse me, Mr. Sand. Could you write something in English, please?
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may
Nice to
need
meet
can be
you.
found in our assigned textbooks.
Never seen.
Mě to sere, jak to je hlasitější než ta hra, že to jak vyslumí tu hru. Takže to vypínám. Ale je to funny.
Můžeš to mít na jiný jazyky?
No, to tam není, ne?
To tam bylo napsané.
Fakt? Ne, rychlost, výška, hlasitost.
Tady, čísla. Pouze v některých jazycích.
Aha.
No, máš kameru?
Jsem chudej, kámo.
Kámo, fakt to stojí.
A to telka ještě. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks. What do you mean?
saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't
To je
say
hrozně
anyone.
barbarské.
Checkmate.
Drž tabák, Hermionu.
They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard Chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are all so obvious. Why
Dáma
does no one else see
to je ono. Farewell
Goodbye,
then.
Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Co má holka čede? What the dog doing? Whoa! Whoa! Waffles. Hey, you ladies alright? Cože je ten papír? Oh no. Jablíčko. Wait. Aha. Nejlepší na té škole the dog. What the dog? Co to jí? The dog. To vypadá docela hezky, co? The dog. Tam bude to.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting.
Vidra.
Based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new fish.
So.
I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I do like to make an entrance.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Mermaids?
Were you expecting to be sourced into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status. A pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
May the force be with you.
Is the new fifth year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley is waiting with you just by the stairs.
Asi. Kde je, vole? Kde je, kámo? Two for you.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
It's a fucking book. No.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning, so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
Přesně. Akorát, že já budu Voldemort, ale ne jako záporák, ale spíš takový antihrdina. Že já budu zabíjet třeba jenom učitele, který mi dají špatnou známku nebo něco.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Milé Gabra. Tak to bych mega sejmul, kámo. Kámo, může jít ještě pomalejc? What the hell? Nekvůli znám celé pro zábavu. Přesně, to by dostala Crucio jak svině. Crucio only. Ne, asi co to je? A po schodech to je jak tam těpká. Jo, já to viděl. Mám to, bábo. Ireland, Great Britain. Nevím, kámo. Byla otázka. Field guide can challenge. Whoa! Yes, sir. Nějaká challenge a pak můžu být na rýček, to je super. Sen a bábo.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Lumos.
Inside and outside of the castle.
Asi na to je posvítím, babi. Crucio.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Still fast travel. Wow. Wow.
And here we are.
Requesty.
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
What the? Sorry.
You can get almost quickly from Central Hall.
No, did you?
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hogwarts. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Lumos.
No.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts.
No One Piece is real!
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide?
One Piece!
Of course.
One Piece is real!
Good luck
Can we get
today.
matcha?
And
Come
remember
on!
to use
Bonjour, Gerard!
and invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ne, kámo. Ghost of Tsushima to ještě nemám dohraný. On teprve tak... Juice. Ty vole. Tak jo.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay. So.
Potato.
Co to používá?
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Huh? What the hell?
Some of us.
Let's go.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okay, what? Let's go.
Very simply, cast Accio on your spheres and relinquish your excellent control there. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Very good. Don't lose your composure.
Okay.
Splendid. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the rules just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
To vole. Hej, dobrý, vole. O, ty dostaneš, kámo. Shit.
Quite impressive.
Co? Jebe ti, vole.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Já si oprachy, vole.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Aha. Přervala.
You are doing quite well.
Very good.
What's this?
Teď to sleduji, vole. Škoda. Nevadí. Musí obrávat. Ha. Easy. No to jo, vole. Si dostala docela popravu.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Uganda, kámo, to posílal mocek na snapu, ne? Že je v Ugandě.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course. You can use Accio on humans.
A word,
if you're so inclined.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, you know.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
OK, takže umíme teďka nějakého čede. Kurva, jsi tak dobrý. Anakin Skywalker. Jsi nerdičku.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Proč jde pryč, vajc, jsem s ním chtěl bavit. Ty jedna. What is this? Damn.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso! This should be easy. Protego! Protego? Complicates things. Good form. I know. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy live duels. When all my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio. Revelio.